what you're doing tonight.
It depends.
It depends on what. Oh, okay. We're live. Good evening. Good evening, y'all. Wow. Okay. So welcome to this live. This is a little bit different from our unbox we've been doing. Pastor Josh did an amazing job opening up the series between us. But Pastor Linnell and I are here tonight to prep you for Valentine's Day that's in just a couple, 3 days. It's going to be great. We're going to show you how to do it all. Going to be wonderful. So right now, before I give you the announcements and get you prepped, I want you to welcome my darling wife of 32 years, Linnell Williams. What's up?
Well, hello. Good evening to everyone, and it's going to be an exciting session. So go ahead and begin to share this information and begin to invite friends and family and coworkers, because I guarantee you're not going to miss this, and you're going to have something to talk about at work tomorrow.
Yes, you're going to have something to talk about at work tomorrow. You're going to have something to plan for. You're going to have a way to spruce up your marriage. We're going to work on that thing tonight. We're going to give you some great pointers that's going to reach inside his or her heart and grab them for Valentine's Day. Now, share this. You're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. You can send a link to people. You can send personal invites. We're going to be talking to people about their honeys. Your husband, your wife, if you're engaged, your fiance, girlfriend, boyfriends, people you're courting, and you really want to grab them, you really want to catch their attention, and you really want to do something different. So go ahead and share this, do all that. Now, there are 4 ways to give. Thank you so much for helping us do what we do here at Ambassadors Worship Center. We expect you to continue that. Help us do that. Our app is the best way to give. You can give right on that app. You can give on the website, of course. You can mail us. You can send it in so many different ways. So thank you for supporting us. So I'm going to ask the love of my life to sort of set us up for tonight. You might want to watch this with your husband or wife, a significant other, or you might want to separate. You might want to plan, because this weekend is an opportunity to celebrate them. Now, let's deal, first of all, with this myth, because we know Valentine's Day, a lot of people have a lot of different feelings about Valentine's Day. Absolutely. They have a whole lot of different feelings, but what is our emphasis? We're not talking about Valentine the saint or something strange out there. We're taking this opportunity to show our significant others that we love them, right? That's our viewpoint.
Absolutely, that we truly love you, and we're sincere about our love one to another, and that we have to work on it. We got to work it, and one of your favorite words is that we have to be intentional about expressing our love one to another. And I guess I'll just start by some of the scriptures that we found to speak head on with that kind of love, not the agape kind of love, but the love that is between us, a man and a woman, when we said "I do," when we took our little walk down the altar and things like that. So in our Bible, you pointed out that the book, the Song of Solomon.
Woo, it's a hot book.
It's a hot and a very sizzling book. Yep. And so just a few little nuggets from it. It says in Solomon chapter 6 and verse 30, it says, "I am my beloved's, and my beloved is mine." That alone opens up much discussion between us.
So if you're married, what that means is on Valentine's Day, you have to give yourself to one another. This is intentional. Don't deny your husband. Don't deny your wife. On that day, sir, you belong to her. On that day, ma'am, you belong to him. That's the day we're going to celebrate this. So we want to get you prepared for it. We don't want you to be tired. Can't be tired on Sunday. Can't be, oh, I'm worn out. The kid. No, you're going to set aside some time and you're going to be with your spouse. If you're engaged, y'all can't do all that, right? If you're courting, y'all can't do all that stuff, right? You're dating and all courting and getting to know one another, or even if you're engaged. Nope, it's not time for all that. But for everyone else, it's time for coming together in a great way to celebrate your spouse.
Yeah, so we're going to be ready. And we want to say, in light of our society, we understand there's a lot of controversial concepts out there. And what we're going to do tonight is try our best to share with you some principles according to the kingdom of God in light of your relationship, but keeping it hot, keeping it passionate, keeping it sizzling.
Right.
And so here we go. Get ready. Make sure you've shared this and make sure you have a notebook and you're ready to take notes.
So this is how we're going to do this, right? This is how we're going to do this. We have three things. I have three things I'm going to tell the men to consider to do for their wives, girlfriends, significant others, right? Someone you're engaged to, you're serious about them, right? I got three, and Pastor Linnell has three. And she's going to say to...
I am going to say to the women.
Right.
I'm going to speak to the women, the counterparts.
Right.
Some things that I think are very significant.
How many
and
you got?
I narrowed it down to three.
Narrowed it. Okay. So she's got more. If I run out, she'll pick it up.
I have three.
So who's going first?
Let's start with you.
Okay. So now, men. Okay. Tune in now, guys. So I'm gonna give you three ideas. Three ideas. You don't have to do them all. You can do something you already got planned, or you can do one of them, or you can do all three. Depends on how big, bold, and bad you is, brother. So let's turn it on for our wives this time. It's an opportunity for us to do that. That's my encouragement. So the number one gift that I think you should consider giving to your wife is the gift of assurance. The gift of assurance. What is that? Consider doing this. Consider making your wife a promise and then proving it. If you can make her a gift of security, make her a promise of security, and then prove that this will be the gift of assurance. What she wants most is security. What she wants most is to be assured of how you feel about her in longevity. You may not be a romantic, you may not be a Casanova, you may not do all that stuff, but if you can say, honey, I promise you that this is how I'm going to live with you the rest of my life. And then do something that proves that. Prove it every day. Prove it in your words. Prove it in your actions. So what's this gift again? And I'm going to ask, because she didn't know my list, and I don't know hers. So I'm going to ask her about this gift. She may say it's whack. Nah, that's not going to work. But I have a feeling I know what she's going to do. So men, here is what you can do. Give your wife the gift of assurance. Look her in her face, write it down, something that's really important, and hand it to her and say, I promise you, I promise you, I promise you, I'm not leaving. I promise you, I'll always do my best to take care of you. I promise you, I will take care of the children that come from your womb, regardless of what happens. I promise you, I'm going to do my best to provide. I promise you, if I ever get in trouble, I'm going to tell you first. Whatever, you know her. You know your woman. You know her. You should know her better than anyone else. What would be a promise you could give to her that would cause her to feel secure? That's what I'm considering. Well, that's not a diamond bracelet. That's not a, listen, that's the number one need she has. That's what I think. Let's see what she says. What do you think of that gift?
I think that gift would make every woman stand up and just feel showered with love, because we want to feel secure. We want to know that you're committed. We want to know that you're faithful only to us. So I would love to have that gift.
So that's going to be a gift. So that's going to be a gift that I'm going to definitely consider. I'm going to definitely consider that gift to give to my wife. Now that she knows, it won't even matter. She can even see it coming and be like, wow, it'll just cause your wife to feel like you're the only woman in my life that has this place. Does that make sense?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, now you give us.
Because when we start talking, we want our audience to understand that most of the time in society, we talk about gifts and we think immediately about how much we're going to spend, where we're going to go and do all this stuff. But when we began to talk about this and wanted to share these items with you, we thought about what gifts do we really, really want that doesn't cost money, cash, or maybe a lot of times going places. So that's the direction we're coming from tonight. So the first gift that I believe women should give to their spouse, their husbands, is the gift of respect. Okay, hold on. This gift of respect will set the tone. It is the basis of everything to be launched from inside of the relationship of the marriage. And you can see this also as you are courting and you officially engage. You want to make sure that respect is at the top of your list, women, when it refers to your significant other. And I thought that respect is, how do you do that? You honor his leadership in the role of the relationship. You have to honor his leadership. The other one is cover his faults and not and focus on his strengths, because we are notorious for keeping track of all the things that maybe didn't go right, and it just puts a damper on everything in the relationship. Ladies, let's be faithful to him in thoughts and in word and deeds. This includes what you say and do in front of the children. If there are children involved, let's make sure that we are making sure that our thoughts and how we look at him is in a respectful manner. And then learn to avoid intentionally hurting his feelings or ego, because that is a direct indicator of our respect for our husband. What do you think of that one?
Man! Well, as far as I'm concerned, yeah, thank you. Give me that one.
Okay.
on Valentine's Day and every day.
Right.
That thing of respect for most men, and men may not categorize it as respect. They may categorize it as honor. They may categorize it as something else.
Right.
But what a man really wants is respect. He wants to feel like when he walks in the room, his wife feels like he's her hero.
Yes.
That he is her protector, that she really leans on him, believes in him, and that he's not an employee. I'm not an employee in my own house. I'm the man of this house.
You're not a private first class in the military.
And that won't work.
Yeah, and I want to say to the wives that your attitude and expressions can make or break the relationship. And I'm telling you, some of us, like myself, we've learned this the hard way. So we have to make sure that our attitudes and our expressions are lining with what we're saying when we're wanting to give the gift of respect.
Yeah, and if there are ladies watching us from a man's point of view, he not only wants to be your hero, but he wants to think you really feel good about him.
Yes.
He needs you to feel good about him. He can go anywhere, all day, any place, and people can treat him whatever.
Yes.
But if you treat him like he's important, shoot, he's going to do anything he can to keep that relationship with you right. It's his desire. But if this is the only place he's supposed to get that from, listen to me, ladies. If this is the only place he's supposed to get that from is you, what happens to him if he doesn't get it from you?
Wow.
What happens if he gets from you, he's never done a good job, he's never on time, he's not doing anything that pleases? Well, he is a man.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he's going to find that. He's going to look for that. He's going to long for that. He's going to be deprived of that. And he may be faithful to you, but in his heart, he's going to start dying. And you're going to watch him die a little bit more and more and more. So that gift of respect is the most important gift that you could ever give to a man.
I totally agree, and I have learned that, and I know that now, and I'm convinced, and I'm doing my best to model that and to pass that on to our daughter. And women, if you're getting a little antsy here, now respect, if you are giving respect, I want you to hear me, and you're giving it consistently in the right attitude, and you're just really moving forward in this area of respect towards your husband, you're going to reciprocate that. It goes both ways, but a man, when you strip him of his respect, and he does begin to feel a lot of these things that you just explained, it's a hard road to travel when a man have seemingly felt disrespected.
Yeah.
It's not a good deal. So let us really do our best to begin to practice this, giving the gift back to our husbands of real respect.
Man, you respect your man, he'll braid your hair, he'll wash your hair, he'll do whatever he got to do. He'll change the oil, put gas in the car, paint the house.
Absolutely.
I mean, he's just built like that. And when it comes from the right place, it changes. Now, do us a favor. Do us both a favor, because I forgot to ask him this. After each one of these, after each one that we give you, tell us what you think. I mean, if you thought my number one of giving her assurance, ladies, if you said, that won't work for me, or wow, he hit it right on, put it in the chat. Put it right there in the chat on YouTube, on Facebook. I like that. The one Pastor Nell just gave about respect. Come on, men, answer that.
Yes.
Men say, this is a great gift, or may not work for me, because you know what? Your wife is also on this live tonight. She's listening to what we say, and she's also listening, watching you make comments and watching you give the hearts or the thumbs up, okay? So do that after each one.
I agree.
Is it my turn?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Okay. Number 2, guys, and I can't wait for the ladies to tell me what they think. Number 2, guys, give them the gift. I'll say it like this. Give them the gift of true love. Give your wife the gift of true love. You can do this for your fiance. You can do this for your girlfriend or someone you're courting to. In other words, on Valentine's Day, on the day of love, give them their love language. This is the gift of love. Wow. The gift of love is not first what you want to do for them. The gift of love is when you do something that you know they love. They've already told you they love it. What is your wife's love language? What is your girlfriend's love language? What is your fiance's love language? What is the love language of the woman you're courting? What's her love language? What says I love you to her, not to you? What says I love you? Is it words of affirmation? Is it quiet time and that quality time alone? Is it services that you give for her? And I'm forgetting the 4th one, right? Maybe our producer will clue me in a minute. But whatever her love language is, give her that.
Right.
Well, I'm not excited about giving Linnell what she likes. That's not exciting to me. On Love Day, that's the only thing that excites you. Because all day on Love Day, I know what my wife wants. I'm going to hold her hand all day. I'm going to tell her I love her all day, every time I look at her. I'm going to peck her on the cheek. I love you. She likes clothes. I'm going to spoon, fork. I have to hug her. I have to cuddle with her during my nap. I have to look at her. See, that's her
love language.
That's what you call love.
Yes.
Now, mine is different.
Absolutely.
But that's what so what am I going to give her? I'm going to give her the gift of love. I'm going to all day, and I want to do it every day, but that day I'm going to do it all day. I'm going to give her what she loves, because that's her love language. So, ladies, what do y'all think? Okay? I mean, what are we thinking? So what do you think about, she didn't know that one was coming.
No, I did not, but I can just feel it right now as you're describing this. It just gives me warm fuzzies that you have thought enough about my love language.
Yeah.
And we can
You didn't think I knew your love language?
I knew.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I know. And the power of physical touch with me, that is so key in my book.
Okay, let's clear this up. So we'll both listen. Her love language is physical touch, not sex. No.
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
But what's the difference?
I don't know. You tell me. You tell me.
Well, you just said my love language, my strongest is physical touch.
Right.
And you already have described that, the things that you do, that special attention, that just actually kind of zooming in on my needs and things like that. And it's different than sex, because sex is sex. It is the coming together intimately and being together you just lose yourself in passion, and then your covenant of marriage marriage and marriage only. So you have to be very careful if your love language is physical touch and you're not married.
That it doesn't lead you
really,
someplace.
that's so absolutely true, that we have to really manage that according to the Word of God.
Yeah. If you can, sir, if you can muster up, take care of the children, take care of whatever you got to do, and do what she loves. It may be just you. She may just love you to sit next to her while she reads a book. That's what you're going to do. I mean, I'm not saying don't go to dinner, but I'm saying give her what she loves and be intentional about it. Don't laugh at it. Don't make it quirky. Don't make it weird. Don't make it, well, she loves to do this, so I'm going to do it. No, do it with honor, with passion, and with, wow, I'm giving my wife what she loves. And let me tell you this now. Let me tell you this. When I hold my wife's hand, her blood pressure goes down.
Yes.
When I hug her, and this is not natural for me. Everyone needs to know. But if I hug her, her anxiety goes away.
Yeah.
Her mind clears.
Yeah.
Because if a person has a particular love language and you don't address it, whatever that is, their stress goes up. Their peace goes down.
Yeah.
Their blood pressure goes up.
Right.
Their brain gets foggy.
Yeah.
Because they have decided, listen to me, they have decided that you are the only person they're going to really expect to get this from.
That is so good.
They don't expect to get this outside of you. So when they make that totally dependent on you giving it to them, it's very important that we fulfill that. So I just wonder what the women thought of that one. What you told us what you think of it, right?
You're absolutely correct. And it has to be genuine. And I think that's what you were expressing, that we don't want to just do this because it is the Valentine's Day weekend. We want to make sure that we are genuine in our approach and our giving one to another, the form of love or the type of love that we have expressed that is very important to us. So be genuine about it. And like you said, you can just begin to practice this on this Valentine's weekend, but it should be incorporated in everyday living inside of your relationship. So I totally agree.
Okay, so what did y'all think? What do y'all think before she gives her number 2? How you feel about that one? Do you feel good? Please let us know, because we're going back through this once this is over tonight. Once this live is over tonight, we're going to go back and look at your comments so that we can also prepare for Sunday. So
Absolutely.
Go ahead. What's your number 2?
My number 2 is give the gift, ladies, to your husbands of words of comfort and encouragement. That we have to verbalize, use our words and our tone to provide an atmosphere of peace, joy, and happiness. Because, we can also, more than we should, our words can be just the opposite. So we have to be intentional. We have to pay attention to making sure that our words and our tone they're loving. The other thing is you speak words and use gestures of healing.
Okay.
I know that my words to you can bring healing in every situation. So I need to use the power of my words and my tone and my gestures to heal my spouse, and not to be one that would cause him to even, be more distant from me, or wanting to be in another room away from me or whatever. So let's just use our words as a way of healing one another. We have to acknowledge your efforts and your faithfulness, as well as the things that he does well, and verbalize it. You have to tell him, honey, I love how you do this. And, thank you so much for doing that. Wow, that really made my day when you did that. Using our words. Can you feel that? I can really sense, as I'm saying this, like, wow, Linnell, you should do that more. Acknowledge, like I'll say to Martin, I said, Martin, that looks really nice on you. And like I said earlier, we have to be genuine with our words. We don't want to be exaggerating, because guess what? He knows when I'm not being truthful.
Yes, I do.
And from the heart. so we have to use comforting words of affirmation. Like we have certain names that we use, or there's things we do, there's tones that we make that are only understood between us. And you may have a nickname for your spouse, and when you say it and how you say it, it generates a certain feeling. And then treat him, write this one down, text it, treat him with kindness, gentleness, and understanding. What did I say? With kindness, gentleness, and understanding. I was made aware of this by you, that men too, women, sometimes we think, pour it on the oil and the lotion and do all these things psychologically for me because I'm the weaker vessel. Well, he's strong, but he still needs kindness, gentleness, and understanding. And more than anything that I have to work on is not over talking. Because now my husband has gotten to the place after 32 years, he'll just stop. He said, well, when you're done, I'll speak. Because he gets tired of me over speaking and talking when you're trying to say something. And we have to work very hard with the kindness, the gentleness, and the understanding, right? And that way you're going to eliminate, guess what? Being critical and judgmental.
So I'm curious, and I'll get back to the ladies in just a minute. I do wonder what the men feel about that. So in the chat, let me know how you feel about that. But I have a question for my wife, because I didn't know that one was coming. So you giving me the gift of comfort and encouragement.
Yes.
Why would you think that would be important? I mean, what brought you to that one?
Because for the years of my experience with people, we're in the people business, right?
Yeah.
And then in first and foremost, our own relationship has been my greatest teacher.
But I'm a man.
Yeah.
I don't need encouragement.
Yes, you do.
Okay.
Yes, you do.
Okay.
I think you don't verbalize it more because you spend so much of your time, men, you spend so much of your time, really paying attention to the female part of who we are. And I think you suppress a lot of what you need. You need words of comfort. You need words of encouragement. And so, but I know that you respond when we give you words of criticism, words of judging you and all of that. So I know you're human too. And I've come to learn that these things are very comforting to you when I can use my words, use my actions, use just everyday deeds to make sure that I am conscious, Martin, that these are things that you need.
What I think you're saying to me, and I'm like, this would be an amazing gift. It is an amazing gift because it's what you do. But I just really heard something in my heart say, men are not stronger than women. We may be stronger physically. Mm-hmm. We may be able to run faster and lift more weights, but our spirit is the same. So that same encouragement, that same love that women want, we want that. Maybe in society, I don't know, you're a wimpy man if you tell your wife that, or you're not strong, or you're not whatever. But there's no different in our souls. Our souls need the same thing.
Yes.
Encouragement. Wow, that was great. And that is different from respect. So
Absolutely.
I guess I should be answering.
Absolutely.
That's perfect.
And when I hurt you is the most significant time to let me know and not just, put it to rest, walk away, give yourself some time. Because in your head, you will remember that I was harsh to you. And I think husbands need to help us as your wives understand things that were painful, especially when we are inflicting them on our spouse, that you will find a way to say, Linnell, that really hurt. That really stung. And I need to make sure that I don't flip a corn on you and be something that is like defensive.
Mm-hmm. Wow. So guys, what do you think? What do you think about number 2? This gift of encouragement. What do you think about that? How do you feel about it? It'd be good for us to know in the chat. So my last one,
Okay.
my third one is simply this, because there's a way that you can. I might need to preface this one.
Okay.
Now, brothers. Okay, now you know your wife. If this one doesn't fit for you, get something else. Because you know what I don't want? I don't want any of y'all saying, I tried that and my wife told me, don't ever do that again. So you know her.
Yes.
But here's something very special, at least with my wife. And I'm telling you, it took me a long time to learn this. So I'm giving it to you for free. Give her the gift of inclusion.
Oh.
Now, hold up now. You just heard my title.
Yes, I did.
Okay, I'm going to describe it. Give her the gift of inclusion. What I mean by that is give her something that is an experience you want to have with her. You may not even think she likes it, but it's like, man, I would just love to rent a convertible and just drive all day and have my wife sit over there. So I just did that once. I did that. I just rented a convertible, didn't own one, rented one, put her in it, and we just drove all day. We drove here, we had lunch, we went shopping, we did some other stuff, because it's what I wanted to experience with her. I didn't let her drive, right? And that night she said, that was so amazing. You invited me into your world. Instead of someone else, you let me do something you wanted to do. And I'm like, wow, I'm so glad that worked out. Now, if your wife would not like to do something you like to do, I don't know. But if she loves you, she would feel like he's inviting me into something he wants to enjoy with me. That could open her up. Now, the other way you could do this, are y'all ready? You could get her a gift you want to see her in. You want her to have it. She might not even like it. But you say, I'm giving you this because I wanted to see you wear it. When you wear this, it makes me feel like a man in my relationship with you. It makes me feel good about you. It makes me feel good about me. So I'm giving it to you. And ladies, if you're watching me, I'll look here. Ladies, if you're listening to me and your husband chooses this one, and he ends up inviting you into something you wouldn't necessarily enjoy, or he gives you a gift or takes you to dinner someplace, and you're like, why are you bringing me here to this food truck? What he's doing is he's risking, listen to me, he is risking his heart to you. And he's saying, I just wanted to enjoy this with my wife. I wanted to see her response. I wanted to hear her comments. I wanted to see the look on her face when she sees me enjoying myself, or I want her to enjoy this with me, right? So whatever you do in that moment, don't say to him, this is the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Please don't do that.
That wouldn't be the right thing.
Yeah.
But I'm encouraging husbands to invite your wife, invite your girlfriend, your fiance, into something you just want to enjoy with her. You just want to enjoy it with her. It's something you know you would enjoy, but you're really hoping you can introduce her to something that she didn't see this one coming. So I'm wondering what she's going to think about this one. So, okay, never mind. What do y'all, ladies, what do y'all think about this one? What do you think about this one at all? Please be honest, because your man may be in the chat too. He may be watching this live, and when you say, ooh, I hope my husband doesn't try that. I hope my boyfriend doesn't try this one. But let me know. Now I'll ask her, because she didn't know this one was coming. What do you think?
Well, normally women are in charge of the social calendar. So when you started to do that, I was just blown away, because you had to do the planning, and I was thinking, man, when did he start thinking about this? And one of the sweetest things that I remember when you began to rent convertibles was all the little details. You would tell me, you would even have like a scarf for
that's
my
the whole
hair.
thing. That's the whole thing.
Yeah, you would have a blanket, because when he said that we would be out all day, we would leave sometime like at noon and wouldn't get back home or to the hotel. Sometimes we would leave Omaha, end up in Kansas City or Des Moines. So it was well thought through. And sometimes even snacks. He knew where we were going to stop to get both of our favorite drinks. So that timing and attention was just so heartwarming to me. And I'll never, ever forget those. And then I would take out my camera and I would see your side
my profile
and take pictures of you because you were just in your zone and I was just there for the ride. And man, it was just a loving environment. The atmosphere was amazing and it was just beautiful. And I thank you for that. So I'm all for it.
Yeah. Okay. I'm glad.
Yeah.
Because you didn't see my list, but I would rent the convertible. I would put her sunglasses, a scarf, a blanket in the place, her favorite snacks in the glove compartment, her favorite book she'd like to read, all that, and just say, just sit over there. Sit over there with your Jackie O sunglasses on and your scarf, and we're gonna hang out. But that was something I wanted her to enjoy with me. And once this is maybe what you don't know. Once you started enjoying those little quirky things with me, I would do other little things. Hey, we're going over here.
Yeah.
I want to enjoy this. You'd be like, this is really interesting. I could tell sometimes she didn't really like the food, but what she liked was I was being vulnerable with her. I'm inviting you into my world.
Your world.
So what do y'all think?
Yeah, and as you're thinking and you're putting, your comments in the chat tonight, one of the other things were when you would say, Linnell, this is my playlist. And you reminded me of music, a genre of music that you liked when you were not with me, and that you still today enjoy that level of music. And now I have grown to really enjoy it, especially during those times when we're doing what you most enjoy.
Yeah. And she would say, wow, I didn't know you liked this music. I said, I got 100 songs on here. This is my playlist. So now we're going to be together all day. This is all we're going to listen to. But again, that's a powerful thing. It's a powerful thing when you feel good enough, my brother, to say, this is my gift to you. Yes. We're going to go do this. We're going to go fishing. We're going to go, I don't know what it is. And if he does that, young lady, and we'll get to her last one, if he does that, understand what he's doing. He's not trying to upset you. He's not trying to minimize that it's supposed to be your day. Valentine's Day is not your day, girl.
It's not your day.
It's y'all's day.
It's our day.
Right. Don't get into the money and all we see on TV is him buying her stuff and him buying her a ring, him getting roses. I think that's wonderful. But it's y'all's day.
Yes.
It's not just your day. And so that day, when I start doing that, what he's doing is he's just inviting you into
his world.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So respect that and honor it.
I did hear a couple other things, like you're saying. We have to know how to receive gifts from one another, as much as we have to not, in the moment, make sure we don't say stupid stuff to cut the relationship off in the wrong way. So learn how to appropriately receive, respect gifts, because there's been a lot of thought put in it. And then I was thinking when you were talking about all the things, the sunglasses, the blankets, the music, that's a powerful practice of sharing between us.
Yeah, if all we're doing is stuff, is stuff that one spouse is verbal about, won't compromise on, we're not married. You got someone who literally owns you now. You can't ever do what you enjoy, or you have to get away from them to enjoy it. It's not really a marriage.
Yeah.
Oh, Sunday's going to be good, by the way.
Yeah, it really is. And
we're gonna give you some secrets on Sunday, but it's not a marriage if there's only one engine, if there's only one person driving. It's not. This is a marriage.
It's not fair.
No, it's not fair. It's not right. And no one, listen to me, no one can withstand that forever. They can't live like that forever. They can't. They may say they can. They may have decided to, but one day your wife or your husband's going to wake up and say, I don't even know what my favorite color is. I don't even know what my favorite food is. I don't know what my favorite TV program is, my favorite place to go, my favorite friends. Everything is built out of her, or everything is built out of him.
Yes.
And no one can exist that long.
And then that
In a marriage,
person
rather.
that's the driver, the person that's been just going along for the ride,
Yeah.
suppressing all this, what do they end up doing? They're going to blame you.
Sure.
They're going to have some strange feelings and thoughts that, why have I lived in this relationship and I don't know my favorite color?
Yeah.
You don't ever ask me what restaurant I want to go. Every time I say let's go out to eat, the first thing you do is like, let's go here, let's go there.
Right. And the other person suggests some place to go, and they say, I don't like that. I like here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But eventually, they're going to go and eat alone,
Yeah.
or they're going to go and eat with someone else.
Mm-hmm.
Because eventually, they would love to have the food they love and the
Absolutely.
food they enjoy.
I totally
Okay,
agree.
you got
I
one
agree.
more.
Okay, and you know what? We're not
Uh-oh.
just talking about things that just out of the sky. We're talking about things that we have learned and been able to be part of others' lives. That these things may seem simple, but they have been the crux of some major conflict inside of relationships.
Sure.
So my last one to the ladies seems simple, but it's a perfect gift for your spouse, for those that you're hoping to be engaged with, that you're officially courting. And my last one is help him and pay attention to him. You're going to help him.
Wow.
And the only way you're going to help him is you got to pay attention to him. And this is the way we do that. Always be willing to listen and contribute to his vision.
Wow.
That's help for him. Listen to his goals, his financial goals. If you're married, the goals that he has for a house. You don't try to make him move out of a 2-bedroom house sooner than what he can afford, and he's trying to tell you, but you're talking over him, and he's trying to tell you, babe, we don't have the money to go and grab a house like Jack and Jill. And listen to him about his business. If he has dreams and he's thinking out loud, listen to him. Pay attention. Out of his heart, he's talking, and you don't want to crush him in that moment. The other thing is help him with choosing his clothes, grooming. Maybe he's looking for a new job and he wants to go for...
You approved of my date night shirt?
Yes, absolutely, I did. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Media, I don't know, but yes, I did.
Oh, okay.
But, we can help him because I know you really want me involved in your wardrobe.
Sure.
And I have been a knucklehead at times and just try to ignore it because I be thinking selfishly like, well, you never come to my side of the closet and try to pick out stuff for me. That's selfishness. That's childish.
If I had that gift, I wouldn't be asking you to help me. You don't want me on your side of the closet. That's not what I do.
And really, you don't even know where my stuff is, do you? You what? But we can help each other. You
listen,
can help
brothers,
him.
Listen, brothers, in the chat, who has the most clothes in your house? Now, I could name some dudes that have more clothes than their wives.
I could too.
I can name some dudes, but most y'all who on this chat, who has the most clothes? Who has the biggest closet, biggest side on the closet, most shoes, most whatever? When I go to her side, when I go to her closet, I'm like, there's...
You have to spend time on my
God.
side.
Oh.
Maybe we should do that, like the convertible. We can come to my You can come to my side of the closet. But there are men that actually go to their wives' size of the closet and they coordinate.
That's because their wives don't have a gift to coordinate their own clothes. You would not. If I came to your side of the closet and say, "Ooh, wear this and wear that,"
Oh my God.
You would look at me and say, No, that does not go together. Those hues conflict.
Okay.
They're not even made of the same material. Those colors, they don't go together.
They're fighting each
one
other.
another.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, why are you so upset with me?
Okay.
Because I don't help you dress.
Okay, let's
Excuse
go back
me,
to
I'm venting.
let's go back to my original point.
No, why?
I need to help you. And wives, most of us have that ability somewhere. Not all wives, but pay attention to his wardrobe. wardrobe. Pay attention to his grooming, and just try to make sure that his socks match and things like that. I like to come to your side of where in the bathroom, your sink, and make sure everything that he needs is there. I make sure his hand towel is fresh.
I didn't know that.
Those kinds of things. That his toothpaste is there because he likes a certain toothpaste, and I want to make sure when I see it, get it.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I do. You would be amazed at
I'm
what
gonna,
wives.
I'm gonna after the live tonight. I'm gonna buy you dinner.
Oh, and okay, you're gonna get to choose. However, I have a couple more points with this helping you.
Okay.
And you're gonna like this one. Discover his love language and use it.
I didn't know you had that one on
Discover
your list.
that's a part of paying attention. Take your eyes off of you and put some time and attention watching him. You have some very strong patterns.
I'm simple.
No, not that you're simple.
Okay.
But as your wife for life, I want to pay attention to you.
Okay.
And that's why sometimes I'm not putting you on blast, but when you leave the house, by the time I hear the garage door close, the one from the house stepping into the garage, I always look over to your nightstand to make sure that you didn't leave your wallet, that you have your glasses and things like that, your keys, because I want to make sure that you have those things, because you're a very busy man. You have high demands, and that's just something I want to do for you as a wife.
That's why you were upset with me for 3 days a few years ago. When you called me and told me I left my wallet, I'm like, I'm already here. I'm already here. I'm not coming back. I'm not. And when I got home, I'm like, what's wrong with her? You didn't tell me for a few days. You said, I was just trying to help you with your wallet. And I learned when she calls me. But see, I just came from a place that when a woman talked to a man like that, she was being either disrespectful, it wasn't helping me. But it took me 3 to 5 years in our marriage to find out she's just trying to help me.
Yes.
She just doesn't want me to get stopped without my license.
Yes.
Or I walk in a store and I don't have my credit cards or my money. And it's like, wow. So now I just learned, thanks, babe, so much. But I'm at the church already. Can you bring my wallet and pick me up? But
and I'm just calling you to say, hey, make sure you slow down out there because you don't have your ID on you.
Gotcha.
And let me just say this last one just before, I know our time is running down, but another way of helping your spouse is to provide trust and good companionship and friendship. Make sure we don't leave those components out. You married me because evidently you wanted companionship. You wanted friendship.
Yep.
And you wanted someone that, what I have had to work on, and I still work on, is making sure that I'm a good friend and that I am there for you as a companion.
Yeah, that the friendship part to me, as you know, my love language is words of affirmation.
Yes.
My love language, but I don't expect that from really anyone. It's my love language.
Yes.
It's not my life language.
Oh, that's a difference.
Right. I don't need everybody to say, that was great, a great sermon. You look good in that. I don't really look for that. I don't miss it. But from her, I need, Martin, that was really good.
Yeah, right.
Martin, that was amazing. And you remember your other idea that you had? If you join that with that, Martin, boom, it's going to just be so. I mean, I need that.
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
And women, we need to put that on steroids, but it's got to, again, be genuine. Our men need us.
Absolutely.
They need us. Hear me tonight. They need us to be intricately involved in your life.
Right.
Pay attention to everything about him. And it's not a chore. It's a delight in my life. You know, in Proverbs 31, everybody, I want to be a Proverbs 31 lady. But if you read Proverbs 31 and verse 12, it says, she does him good and not harm all the days of her life.
Yep.
And the more, honestly, that I have learned in 32 years of doing stuff for you, it is not like I'm not picking those socks up one more time.
Do I leave my socks around though?
No, you know, I'm just saying what other couples that have split up over because you won't pick up your clothes and things like that. I am honored to do that because I think about all the bigger things you do for me, for Callie, and for Josh, and how you have consistently done that. And you never, ever have come to me and said, I'm tired of paying these bills. Why are the light bills so high and all this stuff? So, women, let us fulfill the duties and the attributes of really being that Proverbs 31 woman, not to get a man, but to keep your man and to build a strong and safe haven inside of the house for him.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think of this? Please in the chat. Please in the chat. We're focusing on you and not looking at any devices right now during the live. Put it in the chat. We're going to go back and read these. We're going to go back and pay attention to these. We're going to get our analytics, so your comments are very important. Now, Pastor Nell, I'll let you finish up tonight. In 3-4 days is Valentine's Day. It's Love Day. Be intentional about your love for your spouse. Be intentional about your love for your fiance, the person you're courting. If you're courting them, it means that you've decided to make sure that they're the right one to marry. Well, this is a great time to prove that who you are. Make a promise. Open your heart. Get to know them. Do something. Invite them into your world, whatever that looks like. You can also go to dinner. There are nice places to go and eat. And if that's their love language, then do that. But it's very important that we spend this day doing the right thing. So what would be your closing points?
I totally agree with you on all that you said. And just remember, one of our takeaways is love doesn't always have to mean you're going to spend cash or a credit card or Cash App. Just this year, put some real time in considering your spouse. Maybe not another card. Maybe write a card. Maybe write something. I love writing, taking red lipstick on certain days that are special to us and writing messages right there where he's going to be brushing his teeth. And sometimes it stays 2 or 3 days. And I just look at it and it's a wonderful feeling. So I would say do something that's going to bless your spouse, preferring one another and taking your mind off of you. So I think, like you said, Sunday, please join us Sunday. We have so much more in store for you. We're going to be talking about the collision of life when a man meets a woman and a woman meets a man, and you think you're the ideal couple. We want to talk to you about some things, and I think it's going to be amazing. So make plans to join us. So we're just so thankful that you joined us this evening. We pray that it's been a tremendous blessing to you and that you learned some things that you're going to actually put into motion. You're going to execute some of these things and implement them inside of your relationships. Yeah.
So God bless you. We'll see you Sunday. And make sure it's a great love day for you and your significant other.